First pitch on its way.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher stuff.
One out, nobody on. He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
At the plate, Jesus Aguilar, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. From the stretch, a swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Didn't mess around much in that at bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
John Lester comes on now, and this move looks to be all about playing the matchup here.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any doubt about that, man. They want the lefty-lefty matchup, and that's usually the right move, but we'll just have to see how this plays out.
To the plate now, Jesus Sanchez. And that misses for ball 1. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Ball 3.
Might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
He set the payoff pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Offline throw, but a good job of getting back to the bag as the side is retired. Marlins lead 1. It remains 1-0. Jesus Luzardo enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in Tommy Edman.
The second baseman, Tommy Edman.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Swing and a liner. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Stepping up is Edmundo Sosa. Flew out last time up. First delivery to him.
Ball. Count 1-0.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. On the ground to the right side. Reined in on to first, and there were 2 down. So 2 gone now in the St. Louis half of the 6th. And that'll bring up the big bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Now here's the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. Hit back toward the mound. And that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
At the plate now, Tyler O'Neill. Into center field, line drive base hit.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And Show Track tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 1 for 2. Comes set, the 0-1.
That's a ball.
And it's 1-1.
Man, the Redbirds, they've been struggling all game long. They've yet to been able to get that big hit. This is the time for the big hit for the Redbirds.
And there's a line drive base hit to left field. And not in time as the run scores.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
He reached on a fielder's choice previously. The 0-1 offering.
Nope. Outside. That's ball 3.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
O'Neill, the runner at third. Arenado at second with 2 gone. To 2-2 now.
2-2.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Cards forced to settle for 1. Seventh inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Always a tall task trying to rally back in the late innings, but I think this game could still turn quickly. A lead.
Jazz Chisholm is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. Now the first pitch. Hit down the line at first. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
Ready now for the Marlins, Garrett Cooper. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Lewis Brinson steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with 1 gone in the inning.
Number 25, Lewis Brinson.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. Now Lester's 0-1. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting.
And now in the box, Jorge Alfaro. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2. Two of the Paris, Alex Jackson will pinch hit here with 2 outs and the base is empty.
Alex Jackson.
First offering. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. And there's a base hit on a line. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
into the box, Isan Diaz. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He bounced out last time up. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackson, the runner at first with 2 gone. And it's 1-2.
Hey, it's tough when your team is being held scoreless on the scoreboard. He was trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
And fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. 1 left for Miami. They trail things here 2-0. Jazz Chisholm is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 2.
Lewis Brinson takes over out in left field after entering the game in a pinch hit role last half inning. Alex Jackson will stay in the ballgame, taking over the catching duties behind the plate. Number 66 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Yadier Molina. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Right fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Number 3.
Digging in, switch hitter, Dylan Carlson. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
Ivan Herrera is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher Lester.
Number 15.
First offering on its way.
Nope.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. The 1-0 home. 1-1 the count now. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2. Fouled away. 1 out and a runner on second base. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. Number 64 will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. He's set. Here it comes. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch in the air now out to left. Waiting on it is Brinson, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're up 2-0. Number 64 will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number 64.
Jordan Hicks has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Jordan Hicks.
Ryan De La Cruz is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
The count is 1-2.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Up next, John Birdie grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner. Wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Magneuris Sierra comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Three and 0 now. And now a pitch on the way. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now at the plate, Miguel Rojas. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
First pitch of the AB now. And easy to read the thought process here as he starts him out with a sinker below the knees, and it's 1-0. From the belt, the pitch.
Ball, that's low.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Sierra, base runner at first with 1 out. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. The 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and as Show Track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
And now, Jesus Aguilar. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Brian Navarreto will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 29, Brian Navarreto.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1. Runners are at first and second with one away. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Got him. Swinging, chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with two outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Number 34.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Ready now is Jesus Sanchez. And, Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring one run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Monte Harrison will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. In there, strike one. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. And he fouls this one off. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Ran it in on him as this is bounced toward short. He's got it, and the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. Marlins strand a pair. They're still down. It's 2-0. Magneuris Sierra is the new center fielder after coming on as a pinch hitter during the last half inning.
Number 34.
Brian Navarreto stays in the ballgame after pinch hitting as he'll take over at first base.
Number 29, Brian
Monte Harrison will stick around as he'll take over in right field. Anthony Bender is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. Lars Nootbaar is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the eighth as they look for some insurance. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
0-1.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, that's inside.
A ball and two strikes.
2 strikes.
Line, but speared on a hop. And that's out number 1. Matt Carpenter will come on as a pinch hitter to try and make an impact with one away.
Matt Carpenter.
And now the first pitch. Right side and right into the shift. Fielded cleanly. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Austin Dean gets the call as a pinch hitter, and he'll get a chance with 2 out and the bases empty. Here's the first pitch to him. Two out, nobody on. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone.
Hey, this guy has come in and just done his job. Period. The end. Chance to toss a scoreless inning right here with 2 down. They're only down 2. A bloop and a blast, and this game's tied.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan.
Andrew Kisner will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. Harrison coming on for it, but he won't get there. It falls in. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Roy. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Harrison Bader is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Dean over at second. Kisner on at first with 2 down. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Cards strand a couple, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Lars Nootbaar is the new shortstop as he stays in the game after entering as a pinch hitter.
Now playing shortstop.
Matt Carpenter will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now at first base, number 13.
Austin Dean will stay in the ball game now and take over in left field. Giovanni Gallegos comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Paul DeYoung will also enter as he takes over at third base. Now at the plate, here is Jazz Chisholm. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
No balls and 1 strike. Now the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. From the stretch.
Oh, that's out.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody top step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as we are all knotted up at 2.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.